lot of pot, got all up in that reggae vibe, and put out Snoop Lion album, tour that album, went all around the world.
It's strange because it's like you're not sure if you should be speaking as Snoop Dogg or speaking about Snoop Dogg. And you're just doing.
I'm trying to do a little bit of Snoop Dogg, but still talking about him.
Yeah. I can't imagine any of this makes it to the cutting. It doesn't end up on the cutting room floor for you.
Well, we'll see. Well,
you're already concerned about doing the Toronto Raptors voices.
I don't know. We'll see. But Snoop Dogg's been staying pretty busy. I think Snoop Dogg would take the role because Snoop Dogg seems to take roles. But yeah, I think he was so interested in Trailer Park Boys that like he met them when they were promoting the last season. Was like, can I come be on the show? And they decided, okay. His pitch to them was like, I'll move into the trailer park for a season. They were like, okay. And then they did it.
I really like to see that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Like him with J-Rock. Oh man, that's going to be great.
Oh, that sounds delightful.
I'm just chuckling, just thinking about it. Snoop Dogg's been working. Don't worry about Snoop Dogg.
He has been working. But, so someone comes to him and be like, can you just basically reprise your role from Starsky and Hutch, except this time you are a sugar cereal pushing bear, and you're just trying to give these, you're trying to give air quote cereal to kids.
Yeah, baby, that sounds tight.
Oh, I guess we'd have to develop it a little more.
Yeah, probably.
Because I don't know who the.
That's not a plot.
That's the.
That's like one scene.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a motivation.
It's a plot. It's a zygote of a plot, I'd say. Whoa. At this point. We're on our way. Just wait. It's going to develop. Grow little fingernails.
So what were we talking about? The Mr. Christie squiggle?
Oh, yeah. But I want to backtrack even a little
Nabisco squiggle.
Nabisco squiggle, yes. But hold on. Cereal.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
He's giving that away. You think maybe two?
He doesn't seem to be giving it away so much as recommending it.
But he looks like
great.
Yeah, but like you said, he's engaging in activities with the children.
That's right.
He's a good role model.
Yeah,
I feel like he's definitely a character that's beloved.
Sure.
Beloved. So do you think the other characters like the Trix Rabbit and the Leprechaun, they just kind of regard him as like. We may not like each other, but we definitely don't like that guy.
Tony the Tiger's here. Oh, yeah, good to see you, Tony.
Yeah, just giving it away.
The Trix Rabbit is there going like, oh, you get to enjoy the cereal, hang out with the kids. Good for you. The kids make fun of me.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Leprechaun like, oh, they steal all of me Lucky Charms. You play soccer with the boys. Like,
I have children to feed, and they keep stealing me pot of gold and all me Lucky Charms.
Very different perspectives on the whole situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like every cereal is existing in its own cereal universe in a way.
Well, that doesn't lend itself well to this idea of the universes colliding.
I know. But I mean, yeah, that's it. We're colliding the universes. That's the whole deal.
I'm going to develop this. We're going to work on this. We're going to write this out, and we're going to use somebody to
write it down. Cereal, king, what should we call it? King of cereal? King of breakfast?
Well, I mean, you just write Dungeons and Dragons cereal, and then we can work on a name later.
I'm writing King of breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who gets crowned?
Who gets crowned? The King of breakfast.
King
of breakfast. Yeah. Will it be 2 sunny side up eggs with a bacon smile? Or Tony the Tiger?
Or Urkel, don't discount Urkel.
Oh, shoot. See, but like everyone had a breakfast cereal. Not everyone, but a lot of people had a breakfast cereal at some point.
There you go.
I'm sure there's an Alf cereal.
Urkelos is coming in, Alf.
There was a Super Mario and a Zelda cereal. We can't get everyone into the game. It's not realistic.
Maybe
to have Snap, Crackle, Pop, Trix Rabbit, Urkel, Cornelius the Rooster. Like Urkel doesn't just fit in there.
No, we'll get the big players in. Maybe the rest can be sitting in the stadium, but eventually they can, this has potential. Nabisco thing.
Nabisco squiggle.
When I'm thinking of squiggle, I'm thinking more about the little bit of hair on the little kid from Nabisco. No, Christie. Mr. Christie.
Mr. Christie, you make good cookies.
Yeah. He had like colorful
you
hair.
mean the Oops
Rainbow
kid?
hair. Yeah, he had rainbow hair squiggles.
He was the Chips Ahoy,
Oh, Chips Ahoy. Okay.
Rainbow Chips Ahoy kid. He'd walk around his little life, and he had a cursed existence where anything he would touch, it's a tragic story, would turn into rainbow colored. He'd touch a fire hydrant, it's rainbow colored. But he would touch a cookie, rainbow colored chocolate chips. That's fun. And he would touch things and go, oops, and they'd turn rainbow colored. But that's a cursed existence, like King Midas.
Yeah.
This poor boy will grow old and not be able to touch the one he loves for
Never
fear
know
that they
the
will turn
touch
into
of
a
a
rainbow
woman.
person.
Never know. Well, basically anything.
He will never be able to hold his baby.
Wait, what happens when it turns to a rainbow? The
They are
just,
rainbow colored.
But the cookie just turned to a rainbow cookie.
Yeah.
It's still edible.
Yeah.
So will everything else just be the
Be a
same thing,
rainbow?
but the
Yeah,
color
but
of
you
a
don't
rainbow?
want to be like, oh, you're great. Hey, man, let me turn you into a rainbow. Then you're like, oh, well, now I live a cursed existence where I'm rainbow colored for the rest of my life.
I kind of want to get this kid in on the cereal fight. It doesn't really work. But
I don't know. No, I don't think he does.
No. Oh, well. I tried.
We can have a valiant effort. Okay, so what is this Nabisco thing?
I feel like we've gotten so off topic about the Nabisco thing, and it would just to come back to it, and for me to say that I don't know anything more about the Nabisco thing.
So it's a squiggle.
No, it's
with
not squiggle.
eyes?
You keep saying squiggle, but
I thought it was a squiggle, man.
picture exactly a bottle opener, like you're picturing,
All right.
with the arms and the neck.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have a face and doesn't
Okay.
speak. It just kind of flies around and
The hell?
lands on things.
What does it do when it lands on them?
I don't remember. Maybe some sparkles. I don't know.
You know, I think I'm picturing like a squiggle with a circle head. I don't remember arms. Should we look this up? Should we pause it and look it up?
Then we'll pause and then we'll come back with your reactions.
We'll be right back after this.
Burger edition.
Hey, you! You're looking for some fun? Then you can just look for the Nabisco thing. Because when you see the Nabisco thing on the outside, you know there's cool stuff on the inside, like Chip Ahoy.
So the Nabisco thing was the head.
Yeah.
The head was the old Nabisco logo, which was an oval with a line on top and a couple lines through that line, like an antenna.
Okay.
And that was the head for the body of the Nabisco thing, who you will see on Nabisco things.
Yes, in the past.
In the past. Yeah, this was like a 90s, like, we need a mascot. Let's just use this thing.
Yeah. Well, what was it? It was like, when you see the Nabisco thing on something.
It's
Wait,
going to
what
be
was it?
good.
No.
You'll only find it on
sold
Nabisco things.
We sold it poorly. But when you see the Nabisco thing on the outside, you know there's cool stuff on the inside. And then the kids are like surfing in space on Oreos.
Oh, chocolate.
What?
Oh, chocolate.
Yep. Yeah, that was it. But I think it's unfair for us to have wondered, for me to try and explain what the Nabisco thing is an impossibility.
Yeah,
because
that's a losing proposition.
He was shrouded
right there.
in mystery. Nobody knew what the Nabisco thing was.
Yeah, he's just the Nabisco thing.
They thought, the people at Nabisco, which, tell everybody what Nabisco means, because this blew my mind.
Yeah, so we did a little research. Nabisco is short for the National Biscuit Company.
Whoa.
Whoa. And then we did a little more research, because I see in this Nabisco ad from the 90s, Nabisco is laying claim to the Oreo cookie and Chips Ahoy. Now, even from more recent experience, I know on those cookie packages, at least where we live, that it says Christie's, because I was eating an Oreo and speaking to Mr. Christie, saying, Mr. Christie, you make good cookies. He wasn't here. I was all alone. It's not the point. Who really owns any of this? We went on a little tangent on the internet. Okay, so Kraft owns Nabisco or Mr. I don't know. We tried to track it all the way up to Kraft and then work our way back down to Oreo, and we couldn't find it. So I don't know. It's a mess out there in the cookie game.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows who owns what? It might be PepsiCo for all I know.
Yeah, it might be. It's like we gave up on it, but not when we should have. I think for you it was just a moment, but for us it felt like an eternity. looking up the Kraft
It did take over,
subsidiaries
yeah.
and the.
Yeah, we're going down corporate websites that aren't working.
You went to Kraft was down.
Yeah.
Christie is not the same as Mr. Christie.
That's right. There's a Christie cookie company that isn't Mr. Christie's cookies.
Yeah. And then
Let's not even get into it. We've gone too far.
long story short, Nabisco thing
Is
not
a thing.
something that can be explained with our human language.
So, ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings. How did you feel about your burger at Deville Dinerbar?
You know, I'm trying to instead of trying to find the perfect burger. Lately, I've just been trying to find a burger that measures up to Cosmos, and
Cosmos is your watermark right now.
yeah,
Right?
and this one certainly didn't do it. I have to factor in everything. I have to factor in the
Plate.
price,
Let's go through it like a checklist from what I know of Matthew and his burger necessities.
You know, this would have been a good thing to do right off the bat. Have 10 points, and it's the same every time. We got price, we got this, and then we check them off, and then whatever it is,
I don't know.
that's
Some
the
of them
rating.
are intangibles and things like that. I don't know if we could come up with 10 categories that really...
Oh, it's too late now. But yeah, let's go through some of these.
Okay, so plate. See, that's the thing. It's a little perspective because
Well, we'd have different ones.
if you get that, now it's getting a little cuckoo. So I have my 10
already
points, and you
basing
have
it
your
off.
10 points,
We're already
and on
basing
your
it off
10
that
points, you're like, oh, I need to have a plate, and in my 10 points, that is not a consideration. The onions need to be chopped, or it's a no-go if there are onions. What if there are no onions? Is that it's now like so it's only an 8 on 9 on this one because that number is not applicable?
I mean, we just came up with this.
No.
Fine.
Shooting it down.
Well, I'm going to do it in my head.
No.
You can't see what's going on.
Don't do it.
in my
Don't
head.
do it.
All right. I won't. I will.
I see those gears turning. You're thinking about it. So there was a plate. You asked for no tomatoes. So there were no tomatoes. That's another plus. No slices of onions in there. That's good for you.
No, there were slices. There were horrible slices.
Were there slices of onion?
It was like the round
Oh.
part. I took a bite, and I thought you would notice. I took a bite, and the whole slab of onion came out.
Mine didn't have. Mine had some caramelized onions. Didn't have the same deal. Okay, I'll let you speak.
Yeah, all things considered, bringing in the price, the $18 was a little steep for this burger. Definitely the difference between the $3-4 Cosmos burger and this $18.
I think it was $5, but whatever.
$5?
Maybe
Well, it was
4 or
$5
5.
with everything. $5
Yeah.
with the
With
potatoes,
everything. Just the
and
burger.
the drink.
No, the potatoes were separate, man.
Well, you paid for it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think the burger was like $4. Maybe mine was $5 because I got an egg on it. Regardless,
I just don't. All right, you know what? I'm not going to compare it to the other burger places,
well,
but
I
I'm
mean,
going to.
it gives you context, but whatever.
Yeah, it's. I didn't really enjoy it. It didn't hold up to be eaten the way a burger should be eaten. It was dry. It looked nice. The presentation was nice.
Sure.
But you know, when it comes down to it, I'm not getting full off the presentation. I'm not being satisfied by the presentation. It's
Your hunger is not being sated.
Yeah, it's burger to belly, and this one, unfortunately, is going to be on the lower end of my ratings.
Okay, maybe save your number in your head so
Okay.
you don't influence my number as I work through my explanation.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So it was a mostly tasty burger. The ribs in it made it tastier. The root beer mayonnaise, I think I noticed, but if I did indeed taste what I thought I tasted, it was good. But the burger falling apart right away, not being really easily edible. I didn't especially like the bun. It was fine, but it tasted a little dry. The patty itself was a little dry. The cheese was good. The onions were good. The presentation was good. The fries were good. The atmosphere was good. But it's the burger that we're talking about. French fries are nice. Oh, that's nice. These fries I liked or I didn't like. Whatever. Who cares? Doesn't matter. And I feel like we have factored the setting in before, but it feels a little too thought through. You know, it's like, oh, these trendy diner. Oh, whatever, man. I'm not impressed by how trendy your place is. The proof is in the pudding. In this case,